Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Have you ever found yourself trapped in a conflict? Your emotions boiling over, wondering if there's a better way? We've all been in those moments, whether it's a clash at work, heated disagreement with a friend, or a contentious debate online. But what if you could rise above it all, handling conflict with wisdom and grace instead of anger and aggression? The ancient Stoics, masters of emotional resilience and rational thinking, offer timeless strategies to overcome your adversaries without ever lifting a finger. In this video, we'll explore 12 Stoic methods to neutralize conflict, inspired by the profound insights of Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. These techniques may demand more patience and self-control than a quick retort or a physical confrontation. But the rewards are immense: lasting peace, meaningful solutions, potentially transformed relationship. Are you ready to elevate your approach to conflict and embody the calm strength of a true Stoic? Hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos on applying the timeless wisdom of Stoicism to life's challenges. Remember, the greatest battles are won within. Number 1. Delve into the depths of your adversary. Imagine standing at the edge of a furious river, the rapids foaming and churning with rage. Prudent Stoic would pause before diving in, focusing on the invisible depths below rather than the tumultuous surface. Entering your opponent's mind is akin to this Stoic tactic. The intensity of the situation may tempt you to act swiftly, but true comprehension requires setting aside judgment and looking beyond the apparent surface. As Epictetus reminds us, it is not the event itself that troubles us, but our view of it. To start this examination, step away from the present moment. Take a deep breath, mentally zoom out, and examine the circumstances with a dispassionate interest. Envision yourself as a fly on the wall, observing the exchange objectively. This emotional separation enables deeper observation and more logical reasoning. Investigate their why. Pose sincere questions. Rather than preparing counter-arguments, focus on understanding the motivations behind their statements and behaviors. What drives them? What worries them? What do they seek? Reflect on a time when you found yourself in a heated debate with a colleague by asking, what led you to this viewpoint, or what are your underlying concerns? You can gain valuable insights. Examine through their lens. This exercise is not about agreement, but empathy. Strive to see the situation from their perspective, to understand their viewpoint, not to endorse their behavior. How might they perceive the circumstances? What principles and beliefs motivate them? This practice fosters empathy, reveals potential points of agreement, and allows you to experience the world through their eyes. Look for the secret riverbed. Often, conflict stems from deeper issues like unfulfilled desires, fears, or past wounds. Consider looking beyond the current argument to identify the underlying issues driving the conflict. What needs are unfulfilled? Which fears are emerging? Recall that this is a quest for understanding rather than approval of their actions. Your goal is to comprehend the layers of experience and perspective influencing your opponent's actions, much like a geologist studies rock layers to understand the terrain. For instance, if a friend reacts strongly to a minor comment, it might be rooted in past insecurity. By delving into these underlying issues, you can find undiscovered common ground and potentially learn important things about yourself and your reactions. Through this Stoic depth-seeking technique, the once raging river of conflict can transform into a calmer stream with understanding and potential resolution engraved in its stones. Number 2. Choose your battles wisely. Disagreements are inevitable, from political debates to minor arguments in parking lots. However, as the Stoics teach us, not every stone in our path deserves our full attention. Engaging in every dispute, no matter how trivial, can deplete our emotional resources. Thus, the second Stoic tactic urges us to pick our battles carefully. Imagine yourself standing before a vast battleground. Each argument and point of contention has the potential to escalate into a conflict. Prudent Stoic would pause, evaluating each situation carefully before jumping into the fray. Is this battle worth the effort? Will it impact my well-being or the things that truly matter to me? Consider the wisdom of Seneca, who advised, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." When confronted with a dispute, remind yourself to pause and take a moment to calm down before responding. This delay allows you to evaluate the situation objectively. In the heat of the moment, our perception can become distorted, making it difficult to make prudent decisions. Reflect on the teachings of Epictetus, who said, "It is not the event itself that troubles us, but our interpretation of it." Ask yourself if the debate genuinely impacts your well-being or something important in your life. Is it a significant issue or just a minor annoyance, a stone in the road rather than a mountain to be conquered? By focusing your efforts on truly significant matters, you can address them more effectively and with greater focus. Marcus Aurelius, another great Stoic philosopher, highlighted the power of letting go. He believed that sometimes the best course of action is no action at all. He said, "It is often enough to simply remain silent and let things pass." Ignoring minor slights or choosing not to engage in pointless arguments can be a powerful way to maintain your inner calm and self-control. To navigate these decisions, use a cost-benefit analysis rooted in Stoic principles. Every conflict has a price in terms of mental effort and potential outcome. Compare the likely emotional costs of engaging in the dispute, the potential rewards of winning. Is the cost of triumph justified? Sometimes, the purest form of strength is knowing when to let go with dignity. Remember, choosing your battles wisely does not imply weakness or indifference. It's about recognizing the limited nature of your time and energy and using them judiciously. By applying this Stoic wisdom, you can navigate life's battlefield with greater focus and save your strength for the moments that truly matter. Number 3. Speak with calm and clarity. Imagine facing an opponent, not with weapons drawn, but with words prepared for constructive dialogue. The Stoic approach, inspired by thinkers like Seneca, emphasizes calm and clarity to foster understanding and reduce hostility. Rather than shouting insults and accusations, this tactic promotes a more productive discourse. To embody this approach, consider the following components of Stoic-inspired communication. Develop active listening skills. Go beyond simply waiting to speak. Pay close attention to what your opponent says before offering your own input. Listen with both your ears and your body language. For example, when in a heated discussion, try to maintain eye contact, nod thoughtfully, and refrain from interrupting. This shows that you appreciate and understand their perspective, even if you disagree. Respect their emotions and validate their experiences. Empathy, not agreement, is key. Respect their feelings and experiences, acknowledging them without necessarily agreeing. Statements like, "I understand you're feeling frustrated," or "It sounds like this situation is important to you," can help establish rapport and connect on a human level. Raise concerns with I statements. Instead of placing blame, use I statements to express your needs and feelings. For instance, instead of saying, "You always do this," try, "I need to feel respected in this situation," or "I feel hurt when you." This approach lessens defensiveness and promotes a more collaborative problem-solving environment. Speak firmly and calmly. Control, not noise, makes one strong. Speak up to ensure you are understood, not out of anger. Maintain a composed tone, speaking with strength and assurance. Avoid insults and personal attacks. For instance, during a disagreement, focus on the issue at hand, rather than resorting to name-calling or derogatory remarks. Prioritize problem-solving over point scoring. Seek solutions rather than victories. Remember, the objective is to devise a solution that benefits both parties, not to win the argument. Start discussions with questions like, "What can we do to address this together?" And center the conversation around cooperative problem-solving, asking, "How can we reach a mutually agreeable outcome?" Practicing calm and clear speech is a necessary skill, much like a muscle that strengthens with use. If you make a mistake, don't be afraid to apologize. For example, if you lose your temper during a discussion, a simple, "I'm sorry for raising my voice, let's try to solve this together," can go a long way. Patience with yourself and others is crucial. The more you engage in positive communication, easier navigating even the most difficult tasks will become. By embracing these Stoic principles, you not only enhance your communication skills, but also cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience. Number 4. Seek the shared path. Imagine two alpinists climbing what seem to be separate peaks. As they ascend, they realize that their paths converge, leading to a shared summit where understanding and clarity shine. This metaphor captures the essence of the fourth Stoic tactic, seeking the shared path. This approach embodies the Stoic concept of oikonomia, living in harmony with the natural order. Disagreements often make our ideals or ambitions appear incompatible. However, the Stoics urge us to look deeper, uncovering the underlying connections that bind us together. By focusing on these common interests, we can build a foundation for cooperation and compromise, ultimately leading to a more amicable resolution. To embark on your Stoic quest for common ground, start by shifting your perspective from me to we. Recast the disagreement as a joint effort towards a common goal, rather than a conflict of opposing viewpoints. Consider this: what do we both ultimately want? This change in viewpoint can reveal potential points of agreement, even if they are not immediately obvious. For example, consider a workplace conflict where two colleagues clash over project priorities. Instead of viewing it as a personal battle, they can explore their shared goal of delivering a successful project. By shifting their focus to this common objective, they can identify areas where their interests align, paving the way for collaboration. Next, look beneath the surface to uncover the necessities driving the conflict. Often, conflicting desires stem from unmet underlying needs, such as security, respect, or validation. Recognizing these common needs can foster empathy and facilitate finding solutions that address them. For instance, if two team members are arguing over resources, they might find that both seek recognition for their contributions. By acknowledging this shared need for validation, they can work towards a solution that honors both parties' efforts, creating a more harmonious environment. Discovering shared values is another crucial step. Our actions are guided by our values, and exploring these can reveal common ground. Ask yourself, do we both value honesty, justice, or integrity? These shared values can serve as a moral compass, guiding you towards decisions that align with your collective beliefs. Consider a scenario where neighbors dispute over property boundaries. By identifying their shared value of fairness, they can negotiate a compromise that respects both parties' interests, fostering a sense of community. Start small to build momentum. Celebrate small victories, even if they seem insignificant. These initial agreements can build trust and create a positive dynamic, making it easier to tackle more significant issues. For example, if family members are divided over holiday plans, agreeing on smaller aspects such as meal preferences can set a cooperative tone. These small successes build the foundation for resolving larger disagreements. Number 5. Appeal to their inner values. Imagine yourself standing before a massive oak tree, its roots firmly entwined with the soil. It would take more than just raw force to move the oak. Prudent Stoic, however, would understand the influence of the elements, such as wind and water, which might subtly nudge the oak towards its ideals by whispering in its ear. This metaphor illustrates the Stoic tactic of appealing to inner values, a potent instrument for skillfully and peacefully resolving disputes. Instead of directly confronting someone, we direct our attention to the rich soil of their values and ideas. Understanding and respecting their inner compass and produce solutions consistent with their fundamental beliefs, leading to more sincere buy-in and long-lasting agreements. To start your Stoic journey towards value-driven persuasion, consider the following steps. Expose the value landscape. Develop into a valuable archaeologist by conducting research before formulating your case. What principles do they adhere to? What values direct their behavior? Keep an eye on what they say and do, noting what they affirm, deny, and laud. This helps create a map of their valuescape, pointing out possible connections. Close the value divide. Identify the common theme. Avoid assuming their values are completely at odds with yours. Seek out shared ideals, even if they don't seem relevant to the current situation. For example, both of you might value duty, honesty, and fairness. Finding these common values acts as a link, enabling you to present your case in a way that resonates with them. Talk in their vocabulary. Once you clearly understand their values, adjust your message to fit them. Speak in a way that addresses their interests and concerns. This is about aligning your values with theirs, creating a sense of common ground without compromising your own principle. Don't just tell, show. Since actions speak louder than words, demonstrate how your solution embodies their beliefs. Provide specific instances, anecdotes, or previous actions that highlight how your strategy aligns with their core values. This strengthens and humanizes your case. Respect is essential. Seek comprehension rather than dominance. Always be respectful and understanding during this process. Remember, your goal is to help them find a solution that addresses your concerns and aligns with their values, not to control or dominate. By using this Stoic technique, you become a competent navigator instead of a warrior brandishing words, leading your adversary to a place they can genuinely believe in. Fundamental transformation arises from resonance with the values that shape an individual's identity, rather than from coercion. This strategy fosters mutual respect and understanding, ultimately opening the door to beneficial solutions for all parties. Number 6. Using humor wisely in conflict resolution. Imagine yourself walking a tightrope stretched over a gaping chasm. A misstep can plunge you into the depths of offense, yet humor can serve as a balancing pole, helping you stay upright. Using humor to resolve conflicts is the essence of the 6th Stoic technique, encapsulated in this nuanced metaphor. Laughter can reduce tension and foster a more open atmosphere for discussion. A well-timed joke or playful remark can act as a pressure release valve, allowing understanding to flourish and letting go of pent-up frustration. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "A joke is a fragile thing, and a jest may turn into an insult." This reminds us that comedy must be used with deliberate caution to fully realize its potential. Here are some guidelines to help you smoothly navigate the comedic tightrope. Recognize your audience. Not everyone finds the same things funny, so consider your opponent's humor style and personality before cracking a joke. What amuses them? Which subjects might be sensitive? Be cautious and err on the side of caution while making jokes, because something that plays well with one person may offend another. Seek out shared joy, not horniness. The goal is to create a shared sense of humor, not to use jokes as a tool to mock or denigrate your opponent. Self-deprecating humor is often a safer bet, as it shows humility and a willingness to own up to mistakes. Timing is crucial. After reading the room, reread it. Humor can have disastrous results when misused. Before bringing in comedy, assess the situation's emotional intensity. If the tension is still high, it's better to wait until things have settled down. Maintain calm and kindness. Keep insults and sarcasm at bay. Avoid jokes that make light of sensitive subjects, stereotypes, or personal attacks. Remember, the goal is to build bridges, not burn them. Use humor as an instrument, not a crutch. Don't rely solely on comedy to resolve the argument. While humor can be a helpful tool, it shouldn't replace sincere communication or addressing critical issues. Use it sparingly to promote openness and lighten the atmosphere. Always err on the side of caution when in doubt. It's better to avoid jokes entirely if you're unsure whether they're appropriate. Remember, it's simpler to gain trust than to regain it after a mistake, including one involving humor. By applying these Stoic ideas, humor can become an effective tool for building rapport, relieving stress, and creating more room for conflict resolution, rather than a dangerous tightrope walk. The power of laughter lies in its capacity to unite rather than divide. When used appropriately, it can turn tense situations into opportunities for understanding and resolution. Number 7. Offer empathy. Imagine yourself on a rough mountain trail, staring over a gap at a fellow climber who seems to be struggling. Their frustration and anger echo through the valley. Instead of responding with arguments, the Stoic approach would be to descend gradually, bridge the gap, and extend an understanding hand. This encapsulates the 7th strategy, the Stoic principle of expressing empathy. Empathy is a crucial tool for resolving conflicts amicably, even during heated argument. Marcus Aurelius advised that by acknowledging the other person's feelings and validating their experiences, we can create genuine connections and foster more fruitful conversations. Here's how you develop this Stoic superpower. Change the perspective from me to them. See the world through their eyes. Try to comprehend the situation from their point of view rather than focusing solely on your own. What life events have shaped their emotion? What insecurities or concerns might be driving their behavior? This shift in perspective fosters empathy and helps you understand their unique reality. Pay attention to the unspoken words. It's essential to notice both verbal and nonverbal cues when communicating with others. This includes body language, tone of voice, facial expressions, and the actual words spoken. These often reveal deeper emotions that may not be immediately evident. By actively listening without judgment, you can better understand the underlying messages. Recognize, don't judge. Appreciate their emotions rather than their behavior. Even if you disagree with them, acknowledge that you understand and sympathize with their feelings. Phrases like, "I can see why this situation is important to you," or "It sounds like you're feeling frustrated," can significantly increase trust and reduce defensiveness. Seek the hidden pain. Anger and irritation often stem from deeper emotional wounds. Investigate any potential sources of pain, fear, or insecurity. Understanding these deeper issues allows you to address the root cause rather than just the symptoms, fostering empathy. Remember, empathy is not agreement. Showing empathy does not mean endorsing their behavior or compromising your principle. It simply means recognizing their perspective and creating a space for genuine dialogue. You can handle disagreements with dignity and understanding, even if you don't agree. By doing so, you build a bridge of understanding rather than just a temporary truce. Embrace the Stoic concept of empathy by stepping into their shoes to connect rather than judge. In that connection lies the hope for actual resolution, not only for the present, but for future interactions. Come down from your mountain, reach out, and offer the gift of empathy. Together, you might embark on an unexpected journey toward mutual understanding. Number 8. Embrace the art of compromise. Imagine yourself standing before a massive oak tree, its branches obstinately swaying in the breeze. Trying to force the oak to bend to your will might harm both the tree and yourself. A more prudent strategy, drawing from Stoic philosophy, is learning the art of compromise, bending and adapting to find a way for the wind and the oak to coexist peacefully. Hard views and absolutes rarely lead to successful conflict resolution. Epictetus teaches us, seek not to have things happen as you wish, but rather wish them to happen as they do, and you will live a tranquil life. This wisdom underscores the essence of compromise, the ability to discover solutions that at least partially satisfy your needs and those of your opponent is a sign of true power. Consider a scenario at work where two colleagues are at odds over the direction of a project. By shifting the perspective from me to we, they can reframe the conflict as a cooperative endeavor. Instead of viewing the situation as a rivalry, they can see it as a chance to devise a solution that benefits everyone. This change in viewpoint fosters more harmonious results and innovative approaches to problem solving. Identifying common objectives is crucial. Look for common ground, even if it appears obscure at first. Perhaps both colleagues value fairness, respect, or a productive working environment. Recognizing these shared goals lays the foundation for reaching a compromise. Setting priorities and having the will to let go of less important details is essential. Not every aspect of the situation is worth fighting for. Decide what is most important and be prepared to yield on minor points. This focus allows for solutions that address the main issues effectively. Aim for win-win solutions. Instead of seeking a victory for one side, strive for an outcome where all parties feel their needs are acknowledged and somewhat met. Over time, this reduces animosity and fosters a sense of fairness. Remember, life is a journey rather than a destination. Patience and flexibility are key. Compromises are rarely final. Be ready to revisit the agreement if circumstances change or new information emerges. A durable compromise requires open communication and a willingness to adapt. By embracing the Stoic art of compromise, you maintain your values and principles. You demonstrate strength, adaptability, and a commitment to solutions that benefit everyone. Like the wind and the oak, you learn to live in a dynamic equilibrium, bringing about a more peaceful and harmonious end for all involved. Number 9. Seek external aid without shame. Picture yourself tangled up in a thicket of thorns, the branches blocking your path as they twist and twirl. No matter how hard you try, advancement feels unattainable. This aggravation frequently resembles the sense of being trapped in a dispute. Communication breaks down, and a settlement seems impossible. However, the Stoics remind us that we are not alone, even in these situations. The ninth tactic strongly emphasizes asking for outside assistance as evidence of our dedication to forging a positive course of action, rather than as a show of weakness. A mediator or counselor, for example, can serve as an impartial third party to help navigate the complex maze of conflict. Just as a Stoic philosopher leads their students towards knowledge, they can offer a controlled environment for discussion, guaranteeing that each side is heard and valued. Their knowledge can be helpful. Break through the confusing communication, eliminating the emotional undergrowth. Strong emotions frequently impede our ability to communicate, making it difficult to grasp the viewpoints of others or to explain oneself clearly. By helping to untangle these emotional knots, an impartial third person can foster a more relaxed and productive conversational atmosphere. Overcoming the divide, creating a bridge of understanding, counselors and mediators are educated to recognize and help parties in conflict close their knowledge gaps. They can promote empathy and lessen defensiveness by assisting each party in seeing things from the viewpoint of the other. Encourage fruitful conversations, leading the discussion toward resolution. Competent facilitators can guide the discussion toward constructive problem solving, guaranteeing that all sides can voice their worries and cooperate to find answers. Offer resources and methods, getting you ready for the journey. Many counselors and mediators have received specialized training in conflict resolution and communication method. In the long run, they can help you build stronger relationships by providing you with the skills and techniques you need to handle conflict in the future. Recall that asking for help is a strength, not a sign of weakness but of wisdom. According to Stoic philosophy, asking for assistance is a display of wisdom rather than weakness. It shows that you are dedicated to developing a solution that works for everyone and is prepared to invest in your development and the partnership's success. By enlisting outside assistance, you can benefit from the knowledge and expertise of others, allowing you and your opponent to successfully negotiate the complex maze of disputes and arrive at a peaceful and constructive conclusion. Recall that occasionally receiving assistance can brighten the way ahead and remind you that you are not alone, even in the most trying circumstance. Number 10. Forgiveness. Imagine yourself fastened to a massive rock, its weight pulling you downward while its jagged edges pierce your flesh. This is the weight of resentment and wrath, keeping you stuck in the past and making it difficult to move forward. Forgiveness, a gift to oneself, is a potent tool the Stoic philosophy offers for releasing these bonds. Forgiveness doesn't justify the past, nor the other person's behavior. Seneca reminds us that he who is revengeful lives with a wound always open. Instead, forgiveness is a deliberate decision to let go of the hurt feelings that keep you stuck so you can move on with more clarity and peace of mind. Here's how to start this self-liberating Stoic journey. First, turn the attention from them to you. Acknowledge the impact on your health. Holding on to anger and resentment causes more harm to you than to the other person. It drains your vitality, impairs your judgment, and makes it harder to find happiness and peace. For instance, a friend who harbored a grudge for years noticed how it affected his health, leading to chronic stress and anxiety. By choosing forgiveness, he reclaimed control of his mental condition and prioritized his well-being. Recognize the influence of perspective. Examine the circumstances more broadly. Forgiveness sometimes requires understanding the other person's background and intention. This involves acknowledging their shortcomings and vulnerabilities rather than justifying their actions. This shift in perspective can increase empathy and lessen the emotional impact of the situation. Consider the story of a colleague who wronged you. Understanding their pressures and limitations might reveal why they acted as they did, making it easier to forgive. Let go, but remember to let go of the past, not the memories. Forgiving doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means releasing the negative emotions tied to it. Recall the lessons you've learned, but let go of the resentment and hatred weighing you down. Think of a time when you held on to anger from a past relationship. By releasing those feelings, you allow yourself to grow and open up to new, healthier connection. Engage in active forgiveness. Remember, forgiveness is a continuous process. Make a conscious effort to extend it. It's a journey that requires ongoing dedication. You can practice active forgiveness by letting go of unfavorable feelings and thoughts whenever they surface. Techniques like journaling, mindfulness, and meditation can be helpful tools in this process. For instance, journaling about your feelings can help you process and release them, leading to a more peaceful state of mind. Keep in mind that forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself, not for them. It frees you from the bonds of negativity, bringing more joy, calm, and emotional flexibility. Forgive yourself rather than waiting for the other person to earn it. Accepting spiritual forgiveness allows you to transform your present and create space for a better future without erasing the past. Choose to walk the road of peace and self-compassion, releasing yourself from the chains of bitterness and anger. Remember, showing forgiveness demonstrates your strength and dedication to your well-being, not weakness. Take a deep breath, let go of the weight, and step into a future offering more independence and inner serenity. Number 11. Growth from the ashes of conflict. Imagine a phoenix rising from the ashes, stronger and wiser after enduring the flames. This powerful metaphor encapsulates the 11th Stoic strategy, using conflict as a catalyst for personal growth. Epicurus advised us to make the best use of what is in our power and accept the rest as beyond our control. Through introspection and self-evaluation, you can turn disagreement into a learning opportunity and a springboard for personal growth. To embark on this transformative journey, start by adopting a learning attitude. View obstacles as opportunities. Shift your mindset from seeing conflict as a negative force to recognizing it as a chance to grow and learn. Reflect on the story of a colleague who, after a heated argument at work, chose to analyze the situation calmly. By understanding the root of their emotional response, they turned the disagreement into a lesson in patience and empathy. Begin your self-examination by identifying the underlying causes of the conflict. Consider how you fit into the situation. What made you react the way you did? Which principles or convictions were challenged? What emotions became dominant? And how did they influence your actions? Sincerity is crucial in understanding your habits and triggers, so ponder these questions deeply. Next, move from contemplation to implementation. Convert your insights into actionable steps for improvement. If you struggled with communication, consider developing your active listening skills. Reflect on the experience of a friend who, after recognizing their tendency to react defensively, practiced mindfulness to better manage their emotions in future conflict. Seek guidance and feedback from trusted mentors. Whether it's a loyal friend, therapist, or mentor, having an unbiased perspective can be invaluable. Discussing your experiences with a third party can offer new insights and promote accountability. Recall the wisdom of Seneca, who emphasized the importance of continuous self-improvement and learning from others. Growth is a process, and patience is key. Personal development requires time and effort. Stay committed to your journey of self-betterment, recognizing failures as teaching moments and celebrating small victories. By embracing this Stoic philosophy, you can transform conflict from a destructive force into a powerful catalyst for self-discovery and positive change. As you rise from the ashes, you emerge stronger, wiser, and more prepared to face challenges with poise and resilience. Remember, even the most trying circumstances can serve as stepping stones toward becoming the best version of yourself. By learning and growing through conflict, you harness its potential to foster a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. Number 12. Setting boundaries. Picture yourself with waves gently crashing at your feet as you stand on a pristine beach. Suddenly, someone invades your personal space, disrupting your peace. Setting boundaries to defend your well-being and inner serenity becomes essential. The 12th Stoic technique shines in such scenarios, symbolizing the delicate balance of navigating interaction. Epictetus reminds us, it is not the event itself that disturbs us, but our view of it. While we can't control others' actions, we can influence how we react. Setting boundaries involves defining what we will and won't tolerate, safeguarding ourselves against negativity and promoting healthier relationships. Imagine a friend who always expects you to be available, draining your energy. By establishing clear boundaries, you protect your mental and emotional health. Here's how to apply this Stoic principle in practice. Start by understanding your inner guidance. Determine your requirements and values. Reflect on what matters most before establishing boundaries. Consider which actions align with your values and which behaviors deplete your energy or violate your personal space. Establishing these internal limits lays the groundwork for effective communication. Communicate your boundaries respectfully and clearly. Use words, not walls. Avoid ambiguous statements and passive-aggressive behavior. Use I phrases to assertively and directly communicate your boundaries while focusing on your needs and feelings. Polite communication fosters cooperation and understanding. Consistency is crucial. Be steadfast like a lighthouse. Once you set boundaries, stick to them without guilt or conflict avoidance. By maintaining your boundaries, you gain respect from others and show self-respect. Prepare for opposition. Not everyone will embrace your boundaries. Politely restate your position and emphasize the importance of honoring your needs. Remember that boundaries empower you. Setting limits isn't selfish. It's essential for safeguarding your mental and emotional health. Protecting your space and energy creates an environment for personal growth, aligning with Seneca's goal of living with a cheerful heart and a grateful attitude. Adopting this Stoic principle allows you to create a lighthouse that guides you and others toward mutual respect, clear communication, and ultimately, more fulfilling relationships. Setting boundaries is an act of self-love that grants you the power to live a life of inner freedom, respect, and tranquility. As we wrap up our journey through these 12 transformative Stoic principles, remember that each step you take in embracing these practices brings you closer to a life of inner peace, resilience, and wisdom. Whether it's embracing silence, cultivating gratitude, or seeking out diverse interactions, these Stoic virtues equip you to navigate the complexities of life with grace and strength. By integrating these lessons into your daily routine, you will find a profound shift in how you perceive and respond to the world around you. Thank you for joining us on this path of self-discovery and growth. If you found value in these insights, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with others who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe to Stoic Quotes 365 for more content guides you toward a more fulfilling and enlightened life. Leave a comment below on which Stoic principle resonates most with you and how you plan to incorporate it into your life. Your engagement helps us create a community of like-minded individuals dedicated to personal growth and Stoic wisdom. Let's continue this journey together, finding strength and serenity in the timeless teachings of Stoicism.